um, as well, you know.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try to work on keep super low calorie intake. You know, maybe 2, 3
Stupid,
hard-boiled eggs a day.
as stupid as this sounds, I just need to stabilize a routine that I can live up to. Like,
Or,
I need to start. Um, I think I could get by without breakfast. I think I'm gonna start making coffee at home, and I like to put protein in the coffee as like a creamer. I don't know why this isn't more popular. It works pretty well and it's delicious. Um, but I'll do something like that for the breakfast. But I need to start like actually making a lunch and bringing something with me every day, so that I'm not, come home, get super baked, and then I'm like fucking super starving. Like I need to start modulating my shit better, so that I can. I mean, as pathetic as this sounds, I just kind of want to model it like from when I was a kid, or from when like what I would have understood generations before me to have done. Like bring like a sandwich and some fruit and like a granola bar, some pretzels, for lunch, and then have like some meat and some vegetables, for dinner, pizza, once a week. And, like it sounds so pathetic, but just model it after an old-fashioned, standard American kind of situation before everything went like frozen and shit.
or,
That would be great. Come home and have some chicken bullshit that I make real quick. Even if, I don't need to go nuts about counting carbs and all this stuff. If I could just stabilize it's like a normal routine, I think that would be a really good first step. So that I'm like consistently hungry come lunchtime, have a little something, consistently hungry when I come home, make something I'm proud of and I look forward to, you know, um, shit like that. Because right now I'm just all over the place. Sometimes I fucking make a bunch of bad decisions, and then sometimes I don't. I kind of maintain that for a little bit, and um, yeah, it's weird. So just consistency that's reasonable, and then from there, fine tune. Um, I was bringing um, cottage cheese with a couple cracks of black pepper and a couple of hard-boiled eggs. What I'd like to do is get to-go packets of hot sauce. I was using Taco Bell sauce, but Carolina-style vinegary hot sauce is great on hard-boiled eggs. Um,
oh yeah, totally.
so like 2 eggs, a little to-go container of cottage cheese, and a sandwich. That's pretty. I mean, I you get to where I was like looking forward to it and shit. That would be good. That's truly my goal, is to just stabilize something that has some semblance of a consistent, reasonable diet, so that I'm not just
Yeah,
like,
but
no,
break ahead.
I'm fine all day, and then I'm like, I'm gonna eat a whole pizza every night.
Had a slice of from Boar's Head this morning for breakfast. Had a slice of wheat with avocado and hard-boiled eggs, like cracked chili peppers. It's good.
Yeah, like
Just a salad for dinner.
as crazy as this sounds, like in many frozen pizzas, to have the whole thing, for the most part, on average, ballpark, a whole frozen pizza is the amount of calories an adult man like you or I probably can be consuming at a baseline. Like you would have
Or
way more of an allowance because you're moving and shaking. I should probably maybe maybe have 9/10 of it, um, to have all things equal. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Um, but even if I were to just have a consistent pipeline, I'm not going to do this, but this is like my thought of every day for lunch, I'm going to eat 1/4 of a pizza. And then every day when I come home, I'm going to have, you know, uh, 3/4 minus an eighth. And then in the morning, I'll have, you know, I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
look at it like that. Like I have this amount of calories that I'm comfortable with consuming. Break this shit out a little bit. I'm just never hungry in the middle of the day. And I need to change that.
Yeah, I don't like eating while working either.
And I know. And part of that is from, I mean, part of that's just from being young and not having money in my pocket. Part of that's from doing physical work where I really did not like the way I felt after I had even a small meal. I could do
Yeah.
salads. I could pound salads, and then I was for a while. Um, uh, but it actually gets expensive and cumbersome and stuff. But that's one of the only things that I could wolf down without really feeling like I pay for it. Um, but I think part of that's also because of like sugar swings and fucking other things that would probably be more stable and better if I did have consistency, you know. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so we'll see. I want to get this shit dialed in where it's just a couple containers of cottage cheese, container of yogurt, lunch meat, bing, bing, bing. You know, 2 frozen pizzas a week, um, and just have it just be consistent. One day I bust out 3, 4 sandwiches, set them out in containers. I'm good for the rest of the week. Good,
Right.
and you know, set myself up so that still like a little bit of time goes a long way, and there's a lot of opportunity to do that. Making lunches, planning ahead. I think I'm gonna need to come up with like a good app or a good note in a note somewhere or something. But like I really probably need to start keeping like an actual grocery list and doing a little bit better job of like keeping actual inventory. Um, Yeah, that it's a lower priority. I will focus on that once I'm well situated. But it would be nice to know, like, yeah, I got flour, yeah, I got olive oil and stuff. You know, like
Mm-hmm.
I don't really like have the basics like a pound of sugar, no, big container of salt, you know, um,
Oh, you don't have any of that shit?
like a little bit. Some of it's shared. Um, But like, you know,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
brown
Yeah,
sugar if I want to, you know, bake or some random shit. Like it'll just be nice to kind of.
yeah, but that stuff,
Or
that's like fucking brown sugar and shit. You don't use it that often. It's better just to buy a little.
and
Otherwise, the shit goes bad.
yeah, yeah.
You know.
I don't know why. I remember we always had brown sugar in the house, and I would put it on my oatmeal and shit. It'll be nice to also think like, you know, I don't know, like from just some dumb shit. Like if I'm getting crushed red pepper instead of buying the little tiny little one. Well, fuck.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm gonna get the big gigantic one. It's gonna be here for a
Why
while,
not?
you
I'm the
know.
only one using it. Yeah.
Yeah, for certain things that like I know, I go you know, especially when I'm cooking a lot, I'm gonna go through a little small jar of minced garlic. I'm gonna go through one of those every 2 weeks. Well, you know, I just need to start buying the big motherfucking jars and stuff. But
Yeah, it'll be nicer if it's that a little bit cheaper. I mean, it might be a little more, but it's cheaper per
right, right, per
ounce per se
scoop.
and shit.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, stuff like that. It'll be nice. I did get a text from the finance guy yesterday.
All clear.
No, what did it say? Jesus Christ, I just got hit with a bazillion messages.
Emails or something?
Yeah. That's okay. He texted me yesterday and said, hey, I sent a couple docs in the portal. Blah, 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 fill them out, blah, blah. So I did that. Then, yeah, here. Chris, just so you know, from your end, we are in good shape. The initial underwrite was done, and now we're just waiting on a few things that have nothing to do with you. My guess is your file will be clear to close by early next week. So, sounds like I should get a clear to close early next. Clear to close early
Loose
next
ends
week.
getting tied up?
Yeah. Uh,
Fuck. You streaming right now?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just got pulled in a direction. I'm almost done. It's good direction, though. I'll tell
No,
you about it.
no, he asked me if I wanted to watch, but then I was
I
like,
am. It's on.
he didn't start a share screen. And then I was like,
Oh
sounds
yeah,
like
I
he's probably
gotta.
streaming.
Yeah, I did try a share screen recently, and it was fine. I don't know. I always shy against it because it bogs my. It used to bog my system down tremendously. Um, that Mari lady, um, texted me, and they're doing a. She's having a little get together on Friday for her husband's 50th. He's a couple of years older than us. Um,
Couple years.
yeah, I think 50th. Um, yeah, 50th. Yeah, he's older. Um, but um, I don't know. She's like a good friend and has been good with my sister. Like, I should, I should do things like this. She's always invited us to her block party, and like I blew it off a bunch of years and stuff. Um, so I'm just trying in general to do a little bit better job with that stuff
Yeah.
with certain people. Um, but um, she says, "Hey, you should come to this thing," and then she texted me today saying, "Oh, I want you to meet my friend Rose. Are you coming?" And I was just like, I really don't know. I'm watching this dog and I'm not feeling great. Like, maybe. Um,
She's setting you up, dude. That's perfect.
yeah. And then she just all within like 10 minutes fucking texts me a picture of this girl and then says like, "Oh yeah, like she should be there, like blah blah blah, you should come, this and this and this." And then gave this chick my number, and then this chick texted me, and then Mari also texted me, "Okay, maybe I overdid it, but I just did all of these things." And so, yeah, and so now I'm, you know, texting with this Rose chick.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Up your alley.
I don't know, she's not bad looking. She's a good looking girl from this picture. Um,
Or
you
15
know,
years ago.
it's tough to say. Yeah, I mean, and so then Mari's just like, send me a picture of you, and I was just like, bitch, send the picture you already got. I don't have no pictures of myself, you know.
And fucking cockpick.
No, I was just like, send one that you already have. Like, I don't,
No, I know, but just like,
you
you know,
know,
just
um,
dick pic question mark.
yeah,
Yeah.
and fucking, um, so yeah. So this chick's, I'm working. I got a million things going on. I'm not running at full speed, and I'm a little overwhelmed. And I'm trying to maintain a coherent conversation with her too. Um,
Right. Oh yeah, I'm nervous.
so I look at my phone, and I was just like, "Whoa, I got a lot of things I got to answer to." Um, but the
Have
stream
you
is
been
up.
ignoring me?
I'm back. Yeah, I'm back. Yeah. Like, lady, I didn't even change your contact in my phone yet.
Right.
Well,
Some lady named Bros.
right. Um, I'm back. You got you watching?
Hmm?
All right. So, I mean, you're gonna recognize this immediately if you've ever played it, I think. But this is all like, more current gen of it. You got different laser guns, like primaries.
It's like a ship or something?
Yeah, and you have I'm just floating here. I can rotate either direction I want, and you see it kind of like stops you at a 90 degree. So you can kind of there's some logic to it, and then I can go down and up, and then I can steer in any direction. Um, and so back in the day, obviously I was playing this with WASD and shit. Um, but I'm not trying to sell it to you. It's just this is specifically right up my alley because I used to play it, and this is a really good version of it. You got flashlights, but you also don't have unlimited power. Back in the day, I don't think you had flashlights. You used to have to shoot a flare. So like it's dark down there, you shoot a flare, and then you can fly all over. But this level's hard. There's gonna be bad guys in here. And so yeah, these are crazy maze levels. It's literally, I mean, they're literally like a puzzle. It's a mine. All of these maps are mines that you're in, and these are robots that you're fighting. So it gets these maps get extremely confusing. But the coolest shit ever is I got this motherfucker right here, and I can just set that guy, and I can tell him I need power-ups, I need energy, I need armor. So I've literally never even looked at the map in this game. I'm just cruising and doing my thing. And so if you're ever looking for that nostalgia feel, or whatever, this gives me mad nostalgia.
Looks fun.
Yeah, it's fun. It's just like a classic video game format. Got all kinds of upgrades. I've way upgraded my ship. I should be able to beat this level. I just freaking can't. Where is the dude? There's like story.
I lead the auto-op engineering team here at the workshop.
Shit. Dystopian future world where these are like this is taking place on Saturn's moon Titan right now. And there's all this automated mines equipment, mining equipment that goes haywire. This is probably my top game if I were to ever like, I'm actually gonna really try and make like a YouTube series. Because I think that this is a very uncommon game. It'd be a much higher likelihood of higher quality content actually being pushed and viewed. This is totally a game that I would do like a playthrough of.
I recovered a message Cantor sent to the colonists here just over a year ago.
Your piece is the most critical. You'll upgrade the auto-ops and deploy them throughout Titan and the inner
Awaiting
moons.
command. Okay, so now let's go.
You'll receive specifications directly from me.
Prisoners.
We have very little time for implementation, so you need to be ready. The specs far exceed anything in production to date. You'll need overrun at Titan Forge to fabricate these materials. The work you're doing here is secret. Need to know basis only. All other facilities will follow suit. They send you parts, you send them auto-ops. That's all you need to do. We all know that operators built this company. That's why Juno Offworld now dominates the belt. But this, you've never seen anything like this before.
This explains the augmentation.
It's just a flashback to the old school era of just getting completely immersed in a game and just loving it. My guy.
We're working on major augmentations on several operator classes. Unbelievable the advances we're seeing.
I don't know what auto-op. I can do this part. Like this first part of the mission's not that bad. But then I get pulled into a couple rooms where there's like enemy creators. There's like objects that just crank out more enemies. And I can't win there.
All the designs come from the big man himself and Dev Saldana's team on Tethys. It's one major breakthrough after another.
And you can, as you can see here, like lose. Now I can tell because that number 2, I can tell which way's up, but it's pretty easy to get. You don't really need to necessarily even pay attention to which way's up to an extent, you know. Oh boy. Oh, fuck. Yeah, there's got to be a generator somewhere.
They're all over.
Yeah, this is, I'm missing something. There's got to be an enemy generator. Yeah, that's what happens over time. I get overloaded.
Damn.
Yeah.
Boom he goes.
Yeah. But yeah, that's